Hey, my name's Britney, and I need your advice. But first, I'll tell you what happened. Since I was a kid, I was a very calm and obedient girl who could play with dolls on the carpet for hours. And the only one who brought confusion into my life was the neighbor boy, Dylan. His parents moved to our area when Dylan was just a toddler, and we spent all of our childhood together. Dylan was the complete opposite of me. He was a loud, active, and very cheerful boy. He made me play football and hide and seek with him, laugh at his jokes, and run races. We went to school together with him and immediately became good friends. Guys from school teased us as bride and groom. And if Dylan was angry when he heard it, I even liked it. In high school, Dylan began to play in the football section, and his irrepressible energy and mobility were very useful to him. He soon became the captain of the school football team, and of course, a very popular guy at school. By the end of high school, he became manly. His body, thanks to loads of sports, became very beautiful. And of course, other girls began to pay attention to him. All this time, I was just an ordinary schoolgirl with good grades. I sat at the desk in the back and nobody really paid attention to me. But I didn't care. The main thing is that we continued to communicate with Dylan. He often came to my house and we did homework together. He shared with me funny stories from training, and those were the happiest hours of my life. I dreamt that one day, Dylan would look at me differently, and that our strong friendship would grow into something else. I already realized a long time ago that I was in love with this cheerful boy, and I just waited for him to recognize my feelings and say he feels the same way. In high school, Dylan became a real star. His football team constantly won prizes in local competitions and even went to the state championship. And Dylan, as the captain of the team, collected all the laurels. But the increased attention of others had a bad effect on him. He became arrogant and very self-confident. And one day, when we usually saw each other in the morning at school, and I greeted him with a smile, Dylan simply looked away. At first, I thought I was imagining it, and during lunch in the dining room, I went up to him again and nodded, trying to speak. But Dylan turned his back on me and walked out into the corridor. I understood everything. He doesn't need me anymore. I'm a gray mouse, with which it is simply not prestigious to be friends with, for such a star as Dylan. No, I'm not a beauty, not a model, not with long luxurious hair and extended sharp nails, like most of the girls from high school, but we were friends from the cradle, and now he's ignoring me? So mean. After this incident, I did not want to go to school. I spent almost a week at home. I had no appetite. I laid in bed, watched TV, and ate tons of ice cream. I felt sorry for myself. Dylan didn't call or text, so our friendship was over. One evening, there was a knock on my door. It was Nancy, my friend from school, just same boring gray mouse as me. She sat close to my desk. I had a pitiful look, matted hair, pajamas, which I didn't change for a week, and I was apathetic to everything. Nancy was shocked with my appearance. I couldn't take it anymore and told her everything. I told her about Dylan and about our friendship from the cradle and about my feelings for him. Nancy thought for a moment and then came up with a brilliant plan. How to get revenge on Dylan and get his attention. "The first thing you must do," she said, "is to get yourself in order. Tomorrow you will go to the hairdresser and get a manicure." I tried to say no to this. "I don't want to hear anything." "Then You switch to a healthy, balanced diet and exercise every day. I opened my mouth in surprise. Nancy, what are you thinking? In 2 weeks, you will simply be unrecognizable. We'll create a new Britney that not only Dylan, but all of the high school students of our school will want to meet. And so, my transformation began. First, I had a beautiful hairstyling and a bright manicure. Already, these small changes helped me feel more confident. Well, with food, it was more difficult. I had to forget about ice cream and various sweets. I mainly only ate vegetables and meat, and this helped me to quickly get into shape. And thanks to exercise, my body now looked noticeably fit. And 2 weeks later, an unfamiliar but very beautiful girl looked at me from the mirror. Nancy was pleased to see how I had changed. Now, she has begun to implement the second part of the plan. She created an Insta account for me, choosing the mysterious name Estelle. Took several pictures of me in various provocative poses, but so that my face was not visible, and published them on the page. Then, together with her, we found the accounts of my classmates, Dylan, and subscribed to them. A few minutes later, I saw the first likes, and they were from Dylan. He wrote to me in direct. "Hello, baby. You're so beautiful. I didn't see you at our school." I plucked the courage to answer him boldly. "Hi, handsome. See you soon. I'm moving to your school next week." "I can't wait, beauty. Maybe we'll see each other before?" No way, my thought was. The game is just getting started. So torment yourself now, Dylan. I decided not to answer him. But in the evening, he wrote again. Like, "I realize you're not an easy girl, but I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah." I sent him a winking emoticon in response. He asked for my photo. After all, the account had photos without a face. But I replied that he would soon see me live. And you definitely won't be disappointed. I was in shock. I didn't think I could talk to guys like that, but it was fun. I was texting with Dylan all weekend. We texted until late at night. He told me about football, and I answered that I was a fan of this sport. I also love watching horror movies and reading manga. Dylan was shocked. He was also a big fan of horror and Japanese comics, but he didn't get one thing, that I created this girl, Estelle, the way he would like to see her, his ideal. That she is a fictional character, and that soon, Estelle will teach him a bitter lesson. All Sunday, Dylan pestered me about what I would wear. After all, on Monday we were supposed to see each other at school. I said I would come in a bright, tight dress, and he would immediately notice me. Dylan sent me a kiss in response and wrote that he would not fall asleep today because he was too excited for tomorrow's meeting. This story amused me. In the morning, I put on a dress that I bought a couple of days ago. It favorably emphasized my figure, and I looked really stunning in it. After styling my hair, I looked at myself in the mirror and almost cried. From happiness, of course. At school, everyone paid attention to me. The high school girls whispered angrily behind my back, and the guys were staring at me. I slowly walked over to my locker when I felt a hand on my waist. I didn't turn my face because I knew it was Dylan. "Hey, beautiful. I noticed you right away. You are so hot. But why did you go to Britney's locker? I don't understand." Then I turned to him, and Dylan was speechless. "Because I am Britney." I said it loud enough. There were plenty of people in the corridor, a lot of guys from school in general. Everybody looked at us with open mouths, and I got more air into my lungs and continued to speak. "Yes, Dylan, It's me. That same gray mouse that you stopped noticing. You're now a star, the captain of the football team. Why do you need to communicate with a nerd like me? But you liked Estelle, didn't you? Dylan looked around in confusion. He seemed to be waiting for someone to intercede for him. But there was complete silence around him. You're fake, Dylan. You betrayed your friend, the real one who knows you from childhood. Let everyone see who you are. After that, Dylan pulled his hood over his head and quickly walked towards the exit. A week has passed since the incident, and I have a lot of attention from guys. The first couple of days, it was funny. I really like the attention of others. One escorted me home from school. The second saved my place in the cafeteria. But Dylan didn't appear, and I realized that I only need him. And I did it all for him. And now I don't know what to do. Call him, have a frank conversation and confess my feelings? Or wait? Sooner or later, Dylan will show up at school. And maybe he'll start talking with me. I don't know. What would you do in my place? What would be the best decision? Write your opinion in the comments. I'm looking forward to it.